Welcome to Storytime. Sora and Beast are traversing the castle grounds of Hollow Bastion, without Donald and Goofy or the Keyblade. Inside, Maleficent is using the captured Princesses of Heart to open the final keyhole. Riku tells Sora to turn around and go home because he can't handle the darkness. Riku attacks Sora, but Donald and Goofy refuse to cooperate, regretting abandoning him earlier. Sora's convinced he can fight Riku with just the power of friendship, and the strength of his heart convinces the Keyblade to return to him. With nothing more to say to each other, Riku and Sora battle, and though Riku uses his dark powers, Sora manages to win and Riku runs off. Sora, Donald, Goofy, and the Beast travel through the castle, while Riku's despair takes him over. Now that his heart is weak and his darkness is strong, Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, makes his move. He convinces Riku that he can make him stronger, and in Riku's desperate state, he agrees. Ansem possesses him, sending Riku's heart into the realm of darkness. He's barely able to maintain a solid form through willpower, and he finds himself being guided by King Mickey. Mickey's been on a journey through the realm of darkness and has managed to find a Keyblade from there, so he's heading to the door of darkness to help seal it. Ansem, in Riku's body, tracks down Maleficent. He creates an artificial Keyblade of Heart from the power of the princesses, but the keyhole won't open unless Kairi gets her heart back. Maleficent, who doesn't realize he's about to get real double-crossed, goes after Sora but he's having none of it and defeats her. Using his new Keyblade, Ansem unlocks the darkness in Maleficent's heart and she turns into a big dragon. But even that's not enough. Sora and Ko defeat her again, seemingly for good. Spoilers, it's totally not for good. Moving on, Sora finds the Princesses of Heart, with Kairi of course among them. Sora realizes that Riku's not himself, and Ansem reveals that Sora's had Kairi's heart inside him all along. Ansem attempts to unlock it, but Kairi's heart fights back and gives Sora the strength to defend her. He and Ansem have a good old-fashioned Keyblade duel, Ansem vanishing once he goes down. Sora tries to lock the keyhole but is still incomplete, so Sora has to free Kairi's heart first. Taking up the Keyblade of Hearts, Sora fearlessly stabs himself with it, unlocking Kairi's heart and releasing the hearts of the princesses that were used to make it. As a result though, his own heart is lost, and his body dissolves as Donald, Goofy, and an awakened Kairi look on in horror. Now, besides being just the most hardcore move ever, this is actually a hugely important event in Kingdom Hearts, and is going to inform a lot of how the story progresses from here. Sora's actions cause something unprecedented. He creates two different nobodies, one from Sora's heart releasing, and one from Kairi's. In Sora's case, his heart is also harboring Ventus's, so the resulting nobody latches onto that aspect of him and ends up looking similar to Ventus but with Sora's face. He awakens in a city called Twilight Town, another of the border worlds between the realms of light and darkness, with no memories or awareness of who he is. Xemnas senses the new nobody and tracks him down, giving him the name Roxas. Kairi's nobody is a little more complicated. Normally a nobody is made when a heart and body are both lost, and takes a form very similar to the one it had originally. In Kairi's case, being a princess of heart, her body stayed in the realm of light and is intact. So because she only formed a nobody when her heart was released from Sora, the nobody doesn't have a body to copy and creates a mostly unique appearance. She's born into Castle Oblivion, the former land of departure, and gains a special power to manipulate the memories of Sora and anyone connected to him. Her name is Naminé. Xemnas tells Roxas that he can find meaning by joining Organization 13. Lacking memories or even a hint of personality, Roxas initially refuses, but Lee's heartless Axel finds him. Subconsciously, or perhaps even knowingly, Axel recognizes his old friend Ventus and immediately takes a liking to him. He buys Roxas an ice cream, and given that I would join pretty much any group for free ice cream, Roxas naturally comes around and agrees to join the organization. For Xemnas, this is a true beginning of his plan. With a Keyblade wielder of his own, he will be able to collect hearts from the Heartless and create his Kingdom Hearts, which you'll recall is meant to fill 13 nobodies with Xehanort's darkness, though they think it's going to give them back their hearts and make them whole again. Back in Hollow Bastion, Ansem appears before the group, having transformed Riku's body into a copy of his own. Riku's heart fights back, stalling Ansem so the others can get away as a group of Heartless attack. One of them seems to act differently though. It's Sora's Heartless, and though it can't speak, like Ansem, because it was a willing transformation, he retains some form of will, running after his friends. Sora's Heartless finds his buddies, and though Donald attempts to kill him pretty bad, Kairi immediately realizes what's going on. Kairi vows to protect him, and uses her powers of light to repel the other Heartless and revive Sora, giving him a new body so that he and Roxas, and Kairi and Naminé all coexist at once. Because of this, neither he, Kairi, Roxas, nor Naminé can be truly considered complete beings, and in some way they're all leeching power from each other. Sora and Roxas can now both use the Keyblade, because while Sora is wielding his own, Roxas is actually wielding Ventus's, since, he's not really using it right now. In any case, the Beast fights off the Heartless so that they can get Kairi out of there and go back to Traverse Town. Sora and Kairi finally have a chance to catch up, and wonder about if they can really be friends with Riku again after all that's happened, but Sora's confident they can save him. Kairi gives Sora her Wayfinder charm, and makes him promise to bring it back to her when he's defeated Ansem for good. Thanks for watching Storytime. If you'd like to see more, you can subscribe, or you can follow me on Twitter or Tumblr to get updates when new videos come out. See you soon!